Well, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and was born and raised in the same neighborhood that produced Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And you remember his words. He said he would look forward to a country where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. This teacher, this principal, was not addressing the character of students. She was addressing only one thing, the color of their skin. And think about it. If she is left in place, what does that say to those students who were not invited to that assembly? It says that you can do these things and you're not going to be held accountable. You're not going to be held responsible. And the Dallas Independent School District can say what they want, but if she is allowed to remain in that position, then they are given consent. And the letter that she wrote, the apology letter, is only because she got caught doing exactly what she intended to do. Let's be very clear about this. This was quite intentional. And so here we have, once again, this leftist indoctrination of our students and this exclusionary, racist, discriminatory nature of this teacher. This is not, this principal, this is not the type of person that we need to have before our kids and quote unquote leading a school.
You know, even if you give her the benefit of the doubt that she was well-intentioned, and she very well may have been, but sometimes the worst ideas are based out of well-intentions. Even if she was, what does this say, Colonel, to the black students in that assembly that only they are called in and they're told we're going to prioritize you, you need the help, is what she's saying, over everybody else? To me, she makes them out to be victims, maybe inferior to the rest of them. It may not have been her intention. That's the message I get.
Well, all around it was bad. The whole thing is that you should bring entire student body in and say, look, let's come together. Let's have some Woodrow Wilson pride, and let's start looking at how we can improve our test scores. This is what I want to focus on. I want to focus on better math instruction and better math performance, better reading instruction, better reading performance. And I'm looking at hiring teachers that will enable you to do better in these subjects. And I'm also looking at after-school reading and math programs that can help you if you want. We're going to do everything we can to make sure you're successful. Not calling in one group of students saying, I'm going to prioritize you, or trying to put the blame on them. Once again, this is that cultural Marxist philosophy and perspective, which is what DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion is all about.
You know, Colonel, I should actually offer an apology to the student who wrote this letter to administration, blowing the whistle. I named him in my social media post that sparked all of this, and I did it because I was so proud of him. Here I am thinking I want to give him kudos. He was a young black student, apparently a senior there, that called this out. His email was so well written, and I'm like, man, this guy deserves kudos. I shouldn't have printed his name, and I apologize to the family if they didn't want that printed. It was out of good intentions for me to give this kid kudos. But what do you think about a young black, I'll call him a man because he's a senior in high school, that takes the initiative to write this letter, blow the whistle on this, and has the fortitude to think something's wrong here with this assembly?
One of the things that I learned in my 22 years in the military is that leaders know what right looks like. And this young man is going to be a future leader in the United States of America because he called out something that he absolutely knew what was wrong, that was wrong. And you shouldn't have to apologize for bringing up the name of someone that did something correct, did something right. Because, of course, if he was a young black man that was out committing a crime, they would put his name out there and they would shame him in that way. But we need to start shining a light on these bright spots in our communities. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, it does not matter. We need to start elevating them. We need to show them that we're proud of you when you stand up and you do what is right. It was Thomas Jefferson that said, those who want to swim with the current, that's not truly how you get stronger. If you want to understand how you get stronger, it's a matter of principle, not a matter of style. And so this young man stood up for principle, and this is what we want in our young people today.